In this video, we're going to be doing the unboxing and first impressions of the TCL Stylus 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. So finally we got the TCL Stylus 5G in here. Now someone was talking about this phone on Twitter and I didn't think it was real, but I'm super hyped that this actually exists. I actually just got the media kit today from TCL, and then I hit up my local Metro by T-Mobile and they already had one in stock. So really excited about this, but let's get into the specifications and open this bad boy up. Now as you guys know, there are hardly any stylus devices on the market that are budget. We have the Moto G Stylus 5G 2022 and the Moto G Stylus 2022. And those devices are a little bit more than this device. This device is going to be about $258 retail price. Different stores are going to have different offers. So T-Mobile is going to have different offers than Metro by T-Mobile, but those are the two stores that are going to have this device currently. I added a new line or a new number or whatever, and I got this device for $79.99. So that was the deal that I ended up getting. After taxes and everything, it was like $148 or something like that. So that was how much I picked it up for. Now, taking a look at the back of the device, obviously we have a stylus inside this device. Hopefully they make this more simple than the Moto G Stylus little line, because they do the 2022, 2021, and it's super confusing. TCL, don't mess up with that, please. You guys are starting off fresh and new. Make the TCL Stylus 2 5G or something like that. Just make it very simple. But first and foremost, obviously the stylus. We have a 6.81 inch Full HD Plus display. We have a 50 megapixel main camera, and there are going to be 3 other cameras connected to that. So this is a quad camera setup. We have 8 cores in here. We're going to be using the Dimensity 700 processor, and we're going to check that out on this device and see how it runs. So that is going to be a MediaTek processor inside this device. We do have 128 gigabytes of internal storage and 4 gigabytes of RAM inside of here. This is 5G ready as well. We also have NFC in this device, and we can also expand our memory via micro SD card. The other great thing about this device is we have a headphone jack, but we're going to check out all of that right now. Now, some other things that I really like about this device have to be that, not only does it have a headphone jack, but this does have stereo speakers. So we are going to be able to use the headset as a secondary speaker on here, and you're going to get some loud volume on here. So this is the phone. We're going to go ahead and put this to the side because it has the IMEI number on the back, and we don't want to go ahead and reveal that. Inside of here we have our literature just set up nicely in this little bag. I like that. That's very neat, TCL. So that's our quick start guide, and I believe we also get our SIM ejector tool inside of there somewhere as well. So that's nice to see. Let's go and put that to the side. Great thing about this device as well is obviously something that Samsung doesn't follow, but we have our wall charger. So that's great. We have that in here. And then we also have USB Type-C to USB Type-A. So we're going to have Type-C charging on this device, and we'll get into some other stuff later. The other thing about this device, 4,000 milliamps of battery inside of this device. We also have a fingerprint sensor on the right side of the device that's going to double as your power button. We'll get into that in a second though. First, let's just put all of this stuff to the side. All right, everyone, so we have the device booted up right here. First and foremost, we're going to go around the phone. And honestly, I like how TCL has these chocolate bar styled phones. Now, first and foremost, this is a material that I have not seen before. Well, the material I've seen, but the little pattern that we have from it, I have not seen that before. As you guys see, it's kind of this really nice grippy texture all around the band of the phone. So I really do like that. So feels nice around the phone. But right side of the device, we have our fingerprint sensor as well, doubles as a power button. Just above that, we have our volume up and down rocker. The top of the phone, we have our noise canceling mic. Left side of the phone, we have our SIM tray right here, and we can also expand our memory via micro SD card in here. So that's another great thing about this device. And bottom of the device, we have our stylus right here. And it kind of has like this magnetic thing. I really like this. This looks like, the Samsung stylus. There's a tiny bit of metal right there. And obviously it's not going to scratch the screen, but it has something that's magnetic in it, because when you put it back in, if you get to a certain point, it's kind of like it just slides back in. So I think that's a little magnetic thing right there. But to the left of that, we have our speaker. In the middle, we have our USB Type-C port. To the left of that, we have our noise canceling mic, and we have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So we have a headphone jack on this device. Thank you, TCL, for providing that. You guys are amazing, and you're not leaving the people that like that type of stuff behind. And obviously we have the camera up top right there. That's going to be a hole punch camera, and just above that we have our headset tucked away, which is nice to see. And that's going to double as another speaker. So stereo speakers on this device. We're going to test those out in a little bit, but first and foremost, let's go ahead and test out this fingerprint sensor. 3, 2, 1. So that is our fingerprint sensor. Very, very accurate fingerprint sensor as well. All you need to do is just set your thumb right there, and 9 out of 10 times it should work. So we have a pretty accurate fingerprint sensor, which I'm happy about, obviously. But first and foremost, we're going to go down to our drop down bar menu. As you guys can see, this is going to be Android 12, and this is going to be, I believe, on TCL UI 4. So that's what we're on, 4.0.06, I believe. Obviously, we have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, media, Wi-Fi calling. We have our brightness, all of those things, mini notifications. Obviously, we're going to turn that dark mode on because I like that. If we scroll over here to the side, we have our NFC. We have our screen casting, so we can cast it to whatever smart TV that we have. And we have our hotspot, data saver, system update, which is really cool because you can just go ahead and click on that, and you can check for updates straight away. So I thought that was really cool. I would definitely set that up right there. That's going to be over here in our little edit tab, and add it from the bottom right here. But we also have focus mode, storage, bedtime mode, nearby share. We have a native screen recorder right here, and data saver. So we have some pretty cool stuff in here. Obviously, this is going to be Android 12. We're going to be taking a look at a lot more stuff on this device very, very soon. But we're just going to get into the basics right now. First and foremost, going through the UI, it seems to be pretty smooth. Now, it isn't going to, if you guys are used to a 90 hertz display, this is going to look a bit slow. And if you are used to a 120 hertz display, this is going to look really slow for you, I feel. So hopefully it's not a bad experience for you. I think this is a decent display. I think it looks good around all angles, and I think most people are going to enjoy this, but this is going to be a normal 60 hertz display. So not anything amazing, but we do get full HD. If you scroll to the right here, you have your Google tab where you have your news. Now, honestly, in all honesty, if you can't control something, I wouldn't even try to worry about it. So if you guys have that news thing on there right now, just for the sake of your mental health, you can go ahead and go to settings and turn off that Google feed, and now you won't be able to do that. They set that up on purpose to, make you scared and stuff like that. So if you guys have issues with anxiety and stuff, just turn off that Google feed. So going up here, we do have a little bit of bloatware inside of here. We have our Facebook right there. We have some Metro by T-Mobile bloatware. We have some other stuff in here. Not too many things, though, that are pre-downloaded. There were some other TCL devices that were branded by Verizon, and that's probably why there was so much bloatware, is because it was Verizon. But not too many applications on here. Obviously, Android 12, like I said before, getting into the camera on this device, as far as the video goes, it's not going to be anything amazing. We are going to test this out later on, and we do have HDR, but as far as our video quality, we can only go up to 1080p at 30 frames per second, and this is going to be a 16:9 aspect ratio. Also, getting back into the camera, we have a clearer view of the, actually, let's just check out the bezels really quick. We have tiny bit of thick bezels right there. I don't think they're super thick, but we do have a little thickness right there, definitely with 2 C's. And if you go to the right, we have our portrait mode right here as well, which I tried out, and it's actually pretty decent. We have our pano mode. We also have a ton of other things right here. We have pro, we have pano, stop motion, slow motion, light trace, which is something that's really cool. So if you guys want to get a little creative, little artists out there, go ahead and try that out. We have our super macro mode and our high pixel as well. Now, going to the back of the phone, because I'm just noticing that I didn't go to the back of the phone, we do have our TCL logo right there. This kind of just looks like, I would say, the street pavement, but we have a 4-camera setup right here. We do have an AI camera and a macro lens on here. So those are the 4 cameras that we have. It's 50 megapixels, 5, and 2+2 for the rest. So those are the cameras we have on this device. As far as the samples that we get from these photos, honestly, I think they're pretty good. This is the super macro, and you get a lot of detail. I mean, you can see my fingerprint on my finger right there. You can see, you know, all the little dust on Bruce Lee right there. But if you scroll to the side, as you guys can see, this is a little bit washed out, to be quite honest. I look like a vampire, and I am not that pale. I'm not that pale. I'm tan, if anything. I just looked really washed out. Also, I noticed on here that this does have a little bit of grain. As you guys can see, the greenish hue or tint at the bottom of the phone. I'm wearing a black shirt, and that is kind of showing green. I would say the details are decent, but in low light, I don't think this camera is going to thrive at all. So we're gonna get closer into that. This is gonna be an average selfie camera. As far as our rear facing camera, it is acceptable though. We have some pretty good detail on here. I haven't tested the rear facing camera in low light, but we're gonna test that out soon. But so far, good brightness, pretty decent color reproduction as well. Saturation and everything look decent. And you guys can also go ahead and cast different things from your photos to the TV as well. So that's a great useful tool that you can use, but we'll go through that later on and do a full tour of that. So far, I would say the camera is okay to good, but that's not why we're here. We need a budget phone that has a decent display, that has 5G and a stylus, a headphone jack, you know, the basic stuff right here. So, you know, looking at this as a budget phone, this is definitely something that would interest a lot of people, to be quite honest. And, you know, I'm really liking this so far. I think it's pretty snappy, pretty nice. I feel like they should have gone with a 90 hertz refresh rate. Kind of sucks that they didn't, but I like the phone all in all. I like that they're trying something different. I like that TCL is doing their thing. Now, if we actually pull out the stylus right here, we are going to get a clickable stylus. Now, there aren't going to be any sights on it, so if you hold it over, it's not going to be like the S Pen where you see a little tiny cursor or anything. And we don't have any button and any battery inside of here. It's kind of just like, you know, the LG Stylo 6 and stuff. Hopefully the next iteration that they come out with does provide something like that. I think that would be really cool, especially for the budget users. But if we open this up, we have Nebo for TCL, something that's really, really cool, honestly. I really do like this application. There are so many things you can do with this. You can sign stuff. There's certain motions to where you can split words. They have a whole little tutorial on that application. So if you guys want to check that out, anybody that's a writer or that wants to write essays and then, you know, later on use it on, you know, Word and stuff like that, or transfer it to your drive or something, I feel like that would be a very useful tool for a lot of students and business people. We have my script calculator right there as well. Write a note. We have our e-signature, screenshot doodle, magnifying window, GIF makers, split screen, area screenshot, area screen recorder, view handwritten notes, and you guys can add as many shortcuts as you want right here as well. So if you guys would like to go ahead and add different types of applications, you guys have the freedom to go ahead and do so. So I would say as far as the stylus goes, I feel like this is a decent stylus. And for the price tag, I wasn't expecting anything, you know, even this good. So just to have a pop-out stylus at $250, or what I got it for, $79.99. Some of you may get it free during the holidays and other things like that. But so far, I feel like this is a pretty decent stylus, honestly, for the price tag. It's not gonna feel like amazingly premium, but most people are definitely gonna mess with this, and I feel like they're gonna have a good time with it. Very accurate though, and nice looking. So really quick, I'll just write a note for you guys. Pretty accurate, you know. Pretty decent latency on here. So yeah, pretty basic stuff. Now we are going to be checking out a 4K video right now, and we're going to be checking out the speakers. And if we go to advanced on YouTube, we can actually watch this video at 1440p, 60 frames per second. So it lets you do that on this device. So that's nice to see. So we have our volume all the way up, as you guys can see on media. Very nice and crisp, loud stereo speakers. They're not like the greatest of quality, but this is pretty impressive for the price tag. And super captivating, honestly. I think display looks great. You know, TCL is good at making their displays on their TVs and stuff, and this is a pretty solid display as well. So not surprised. Now, obviously, that doesn't do it justice because, you know, we need to go ahead and see it in person. But from what I'm seeing, I think that's a pretty decent looking screen, honestly. Yeah, guys, that was the TCL Stylus 5G. You can get this at Metro by T-Mobile and T-Mobile. I believe they may have this unlocked later on, and if they do, I'm gonna go ahead and upload a link in the description down below. It's gonna be an affiliate link, and you guys can go ahead and use that for your shopping to help out the channel. But let me know what you guys think about this device. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully I did offer you some value unboxing this device. But this has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.